all the aspirants to our channel Kamal Competitions. Today we will discuss about India-Indonesia relations in deeply that will provide you a lot of knowledge for towards your examinations. I hope you will find the same very interesting and educative. The Election Commission of India will collaborate on the usages of EVMs and other old technologies to the Election Commission of Indonesia. India to support conservation and restoration of historic permanent temple in Java. Next, India to supply 100 tons of high quality wheat seeds. India will partner on the integrated development of Sabang port overlooking the state of Malacca. The Indonesian Open Network, based on the India's Open Network for Digital Commerce, to be launched. The comprehensive strategic partnership between the two countries was launched in 2018. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was awarded Bintang Adipurana, the highest civil award of Indonesia, on July 7, 2026. Bintang Adipurana is the highest civil award of Indonesia. This is the 35th international award awarded to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Before this, the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, was awarded the Bintang Adipurana Award in 1955. Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto has awarded this prize to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. PM Modi will also visit the permanent temple, the largest Hindu temple in Indonesia. Indonesia, with 25 crore Muslims, is the largest Muslim population of the world. In the Indonesian heritage culture, it has the influence of Hindu religion. Every year, the Ramlila is held in Indonesia. The Garuda Airlines is the national airlines of Indonesia. The two leaders will jointly visit the permanent complex Yogyakarta, describing it as a symbol of the deep civilization links between the two countries. Indonesia commands around 21% of world's nickel reserves and ranking among the leading producers of copper, bauxite and tin. Indonesia is the second largest trading partner in the Asian region of India. With this, we conclude our today's topics. Indonesia sits astride four major states of the Malacca, the Lombok, the Sunda and the Mumbai Batter, which connect the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. All these four states are major world shipping routes. Indonesia has sought cost-based batteries to hit targets up to 290 kilometers at sea. A battery includes launchers, radars, and the missiles. The MOU for the BrahMos missiles with Indonesia does not clearly specify the number of batteries that India will supply, but it is likely to be more than one battery. which Indonesia had originally sought in March this year, when the two sides had established preliminary procurement framework. India has supplied the same version of missiles to the Philippines and Vietnam also. The Missiles Technology Control Regime (MTCR) restricts on the range, cap the missiles at 290 kilometers. The sale of Astra and BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles appears to be part of India's strategy to counter China, which has been supplying weapons to Pakistan and Bangladesh. The Philippines and Vietnam both are locked in a running maritime dispute with China in the hydrocarbon-rich South China Sea. During Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit, the Prime Minister also addressed the Indonesian Parliament as a part of his 2 days visit to Indonesia. Prime Minister Modi, making a thinly veiled reference to the China's assertive behavior in the Indo-Pacific. India is a strong advocate of free and open and inclusive Indo-Pacific zone. India believes in freedom of navigation in the Indo-Pacific. India is a nation that follows the path of development and not expansionism. In recent years, the relationship between India and Indonesia has required a renewed energy and greater confidence. And it is pertinent to know that it was Indonesia that had advocated in the Bandung Conference of 1955 for the founding of the non-aligned movement in 1955, and that foundation led by Indonesia fructified in 1961 the fructification of the non-aligned movement in Belgrade in 1961. संक्षेप में हम कह सकते हैं कि इंडोनेशिया हमारी आज़ादी के टाइम से ही भारत के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर चला है और इसने हमेशा हर क्षेत्र में भारत को पूरा सहयोग दिया है, योगदान दिया है। आपको याद होगा कि एक समय ऐसा था जबकि इंडोनेशिया में सरकार को कुछ बगावत का भय था, तो उस समय जो श्री बिजू पटनायक, जो बाद में उड़ीसा के मुख्यमंत्री बने थे, उस टाइम वो एक एयरफोर्स के पायलट थे और उन्होंने बड़ी साहसिक खतरा मोल लेते हुए वहाँ सरकार के बड़े पदाधिकारियों को इंक्लूडिंग प्रेसिडेंट वहाँ से सुरक्षित निकाल के दिल्ली ले गए थे। इन संक्षेप में हम कह सकते हैं कि इंडोनेशिया हमेशा जो है भारत का एक दाहिना हाथ रहा है और जब भी हमें किसी वक्त इंडोनेशिया की आवश्यकता हुई है तो वो हमेशा हमारे सहयोग के लिए हमेशा आगे रहा। आशा आपको ये टॉपिक बहुत अच्छा लगा होगा और इसमें बहुत कुछ जीके के बारे में सीखने को मिला होगा। हम आगे इस बात को कंटिन्यू करते हुए लेट अस मीट टुमारो।